In this video, I am going to explain a program on switch press and the LED turns on. Like whenever you are pressing the switch, the LED should turn on. So here the switch is going to act like an input device because it is controlling the LED. So to do that program, just click on the browser and type Tinkercad. Then the Tinkercad dashboard gets opened. So here we need to do a program like whenever we press the switch, the LED should turn on. To do that program here, we need to click on circuits and just click on create new circuit. So we have to create our own circuit here, but the question is about switch press and the LED should turn on. So here the switch is an input device. Whenever you are pressing the switch, the light will turn on, and whenever you release the switch, the light will be in the off state. So based on the switch control only, the LED is controlling. So here in this particular scenario, switch will be acting as an input device and the LED will be acting as an output device. So to do this connection, first of all, drag and drop the Arduino Uno board. Then drag and drop the breadboard. This is a breadboard. So to do this program, we require a switch as well as the LED. So here we need to press this, we need to drag and drop the push button. This push button is going to act like a switch. And then even we need to drag and drop the LED. So the program is about like whenever we press the switch, the LED should turn on. So to do the program, we have to make these devices connected to the breadboard. From the breadboard, we need to connect it to the Arduino Uno board. So to do that, let us see about the breadboard. Breadboard is going to have the 4 partitions. This we call it as partition 1, this is the partition 2 and partition 3 and the partition 4. In partition 1, horizontal connection represents the same, whereas in partition 2, vertical connection represents the same. In partition 3, vertical connection represents the same. In partition 4, horizontal connection represents the same. So in order to do the connection, let us see about the push button, which is nothing but a switch. This push button is going to have 4 legs, leg 1, leg 2, leg 3 and leg 4. So the leg of push button have to be connected to the Arduino Uno board. So this leg is connected to the 5 volts to your Arduino Uno board, and the other leg of push button is connected to the ground in your Arduino Uno board, and the other leg of push button is connected to any one of the digital pins in your Arduino Uno board, and the other leg should leave empty. So totally we have to connect 3 legs of your push button to the Arduino Uno board with the help of breadboard. So to do the connection, just make this push button over here. So if I place my push button over here the vertical connection represents the same. Like I said that one leg has to connect to ground. Whenever I am connecting this leg to ground, as the vertical connection represents the same, even this leg is redirected to ground. Why? Because the vertical line represents the same connection. So we need to place this push button in between both the separators. So whenever we are placing this push button in between both the separators, the legs will not be having the same connection. Now we can connect this to ground, and even this leg can be connected to any of the other pin. So we need to place this push button in between both these separators. Now let's see the connection now. So I need to connect one of this leg of push button to the 5 volts of your Arduino Uno board. So to make that connection, we need to connect with the help of resistors. If we don't use the resistors, the power supply may get damaged to the devices. So we need to place the resistors. With the help of resistors, we need to make the devices connected to the Arduino board. So now this resistor, by default it will be in vertical direction. To make it in horizontal direction, just click on rotate button here. So once you click on this button, the resistor will rotate. So we can see now the resistor is in horizontal direction. So you can place the resistor over here. Okay, now I am connecting this one to the 5 volts. So I will be connecting to the 5 volts to your Arduino Uno board. I have connected one leg of push button is connected to the 5 volts in your Arduino Uno board. Now I need to connect the other leg. The other leg is connected to the ground. So I can connect directly to ground. So instead of connecting directly to ground, I'll be placing over here, and by default it will be in green color. I'll be changing this to black color. I have changed it to black color. All the ground part I'll be changing it to black color. Now it is not a ground button, but I'll be making a common ground connection. Common ground connection in the sense, now we have an LED. Even the LED is going to have two legs. One is the cathode and the anode. And the cathode should connect to ground. So instead of connecting again this leg to ground, what I do is I'll be making a common ground connection. Like I'll be taking the cathode, I'll be connecting over here, and I'll be treating this complete horizontal line as a common ground connection. So from here, and I'll be changing the color now, I'll be changing the color to black. Now from here, I'll be giving it to the common ground connection, that is ground pin in your, that is a ground pin in the Arduino Uno board. Now I'll be changing this ground connection to black color. So now I completed with the ground connections of your LED as well as the push button. Now I'll be connecting the other leg of push button to any one of the digital pin. So I'll be connecting to the second pin in your Arduino Uno board. I have connected to the second pin of your Arduino Uno board. So here I have connected one leg of your push button to the second pin of your Arduino Uno board, and the other leg of push button should be empty. Now completed with the push button legs, but I have remained with one leg, that is the anode leg of LED. So to connect the anode leg of LED, even I need to take a resistor. Okay, this resistor is in vertical direction. So in order to make it horizontal, just click on rotate button. When I click on rotate button, you can see a rotate button here. You place it over here, and one end of the resistor is connected to the anode pin. One end of the resistor is connected to the anode leg of LED, and the other end of resistor is connected to any one of the digital pin that I have taken it as 8th pin in your Arduino board. Completed with my connection. So LED two legs I have connected. One leg is connected to ground, that is cathode, and the anode leg I have connected to 8th pin in your Arduino Uno board, that I have done with the help of resistor. For the resistor, one end of resistor I have connected to the anode pin, and the other end of resistor I have connected to the 8th pin in your Arduino Uno board. You can connect to any pin, but I have taken in my example where I have connected to the 8th pin. Now this LED generally be connected to 8th pin in your Arduino Uno board. Coming to the push button here, push button is going to have 4 legs, but among 4 legs we need to do the connection only for the 3 legs. So one leg I have connected to the 5 volts, that with the help of resistor, and the other leg I have connected to ground, where I have taken a common ground connection. And coming to the other leg of push button, I have connected to the second pin in your Arduino Uno board. So I have completed with the connections of push button and LED. Now the program is like whenever I press the switch, this LED should turn on. So to do that program, just click on the code button, and just you go with the blocks where you can click on the text. Now it is going to ask, the code in the text editor will remain and become editable. Now you can edit your text here. Now I need to edit the text. Now in this particular scenario, first of all we need to start with the two functions, void setup and void loop. Coming to the void setup function, in the void setup we have to do the initialization. So to do the initialization, we have a syntax called pin mode, where we'll be having two parameters, pin number, mode. Now if you see a pin number, I have using a switch here where my switch is acting as an input device, and I'm using the LED where my LED is going to act like an output device. So both the devices I need to initialize in my setup. So I'm saying that pin mode, I'm using my switch as the second one. If you see here switch where I have connected to the second pin in your Arduino Uno board. So that is the reason I'm taking pin number as 2. My mode is output because my switch is acting as an input here. So I'm taking the mode as input. So you are taking the switch as input. So declare the switch number as 2 and declare the mode as input. Now let us do the initialization for the LED. So to do the initialization for the LED, I'm using my syntax called pin mode, and then taking the pin number, 8, and I'm taking the mode as output. So now what happened here, I'm taking the mode as output. So when I'm taking the mode as output, here I have initialized my LED, here I have initialized my switch. My switch is acting like an input and my LED is going to act like an output. Now I need to write the code in the void loop function. So to write the code in the void loop function, here we need to use a new syntax called digital read. I am taking a syntax called digital read, where the digital read is used to read the status of the switch. It means I need to press the switch. So that switch is connected to which pin? That pin number is 2. So here the syntax says value equal to digital read of pin number. So I am taking the pin number as 2 because my switch is connected to the second pin in your Arduino board. So that I need to initialize to the value. So I am taking the value as int something like C, means it is reading the status of the switch, and I am storing that value in C. So here you remember that like whenever you press the switch, the status will be low. It will be in 0 volts. Like whenever you don't press the switch, the status will be high, that is high, 5 volts. High in the sense it is 5 volts, low in the sense it is 0 volts. And you know that like whenever each and every digital pin, internally it is connected with the resistance and the diode. And the diode is going to have two terminals, one is the cathode and the anode. So here whenever you press the switch, there will be a connection between the two terminals, that is cathode and anode. Obviously cathode is grounded, so anode also will be grounded. So whenever you are pressing a switch, remember that the connection will be low, that is 0 volts. And whenever you don't press a switch, the connection will be high, that is 5 volts. Just remember that. Pressing a switch, it is 0 volts, that is low. Whenever you don't press a switch, it will be high volts, that is 5. So here I am pressing a switch, that is switch number 2, means I am pressing the switch which is connected to a second pin. So obviously the value will be low, which is stored in C, that is 0. Okay, now I say that if C equal to low, C equal to low, obviously it will be 0. What I need to make? I need to make my LED glow. So in order to make my LED glow, I write digital write, where it is going to have the two parameters. Pin number, what is the pin number of my LED? 8, and the value can be high. High means it has to glow. Whenever I am pressing the switch, the LED has to glow. Else digital write 8, low. So this is my program. Whenever I am pressing the switch, it will be storing it as 0, that is low. When low equal to low, we are making the LED has to glow. When you don't press the switch, obviously the LED will be high, that is high volts. Whenever you press the switch, the connection will be 0 volts. Whenever you don't press the switch, the connection will be high, that is 5 volts. Now let us go with the start simulation. Now you can check the output here. I am pressing the switch, you can see the LED glows. Once again you see here, whenever a switch is pressed, the LED turns on. And whenever you don't press the switch, the LED will be off. Okay, so remember that whenever you are pressing a switch, the LED turns on. Whenever you don't press a switch, the LED turns off. So this is the program. Thank you.